Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien, and some of the stories coming up in today's news. Local connection to missing fishermen, Speed team bring home the medals, Marco's off the menu, and more. One of the 3 fishermen presumed drowned in the weekend's fishing trawler sinking off the Canterbury coast was 35-year-old Paul Bennett from Motueka. He was on board the ocean fisheries trawler Jubilee, along with Jared Husband, 48, of Timaru, and an unnamed third man in his 50s. Who we understand was also from Motueka, when it sank in choppy waters around 5 a.m. Sunday. The vessel radioed in a mayday saying they were making for a life raft, but the raft was later found empty. Paul's brother, Bryce Bennett, had been out fishing on another ocean fisheries trawler in the same spot, but had moved to another spot some hours before the mayday call. His boat responded to the call along with other company trawlers, only to arrive to find debris in an empty lifeboat. A dive team are waiting for the rough weather to subside before diving to the sunken trawler in an attempt to get aboard to search for those missing. Ocean Fisheries operated the Jubilee and its 3 other fishing vessels from Port Lyttelton. An investigation as to what happened will begin with the investigators gathering information, and once a trawler has been recovered, they will conduct an inspection of the vessel to try to establish what happened and why. Police have named the victim of a fire in a caravan at the Waimea Town and Country Club as 64-year-old Brian Lewis Halverson. The fire occurred around 8 p.m. on Saturday evening. The police forensic examination of the scene has now been completed and the matter has been referred to the coroner. The Nelson Youth Theatre Company is getting ready to launch its 2016 season under its new branding, Live Arts Nelson. I went to the Theatre Royal to catch up with Odie Stratmore-Ching, who is the artistic director of the trust. Odie, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
No worries.
Nelson Youth Theatre Company is changing its name, and it's been 15 years, so we're just wondering, why would you change the name of such a good thing?
Well, in the past couple of years since I've been working with Nelson Youth Theatre Company, we've realised that the youth are not just theatrical, they're very artistic. So we wanted something that encompassed all areas, not just something that's quite specific. And then the kids will come out of the woodwork and go, well, I can do that because I'm good at art, or I'm good at lighting, or I'm good at all these other areas. So we felt it just broadened the pool for, Nelson area.
All right, so you're not focusing just on the theatre now, it's much wider.
It is much wider, and we're having classes next year to try and help with that. So we're having dancing, singing, photography, art, sewing, acting, the whole thing. So it's not just, one little tiny niche, because there's quite a lot of theatre in Nelson, so it's nice to give it a bigger run.
Sure, and it gives them a more of a range when they move into what they're going to do with the rest of their life. I mean, not everyone can be the lead actor. Maybe other things may perk their interests.
Well, that's exactly true. I mean, you come out of Nelson, which is a small town, and you go overseas, and you might have had lead roles here, for example, and then you go out there and you're vying against 1,000 others. So either you go and work at McDonald's, or if you've learnt makeup, or you've learnt hair or tech, you can do those jobs, and people get to see you in that industry. And because it's that whole who you know, not what you know scenario, as we know in life, and then they get seen, and then steps and doors get opened. So we're setting them up for life.
And speaking of that as well, do you think that theatre and the arts gives them an extra bonus in whatever they do, even if it's not in the theatre or arts areas?
Well, definitely it's true. I mean, if home life is not happy, or school's not happy, they can come with us, and we can, it could be that little thing that they blossom with. Do you know what I mean? They're happy with a piece of paper, or they're happy with a sewing machine, but they might not get that support at home. So, and even, being on stage is great. We have kids that have not done it, and the growth that we see in them is amazing. And just for life skills, being able to talk to people, being able to go to interviews and be able to cope in general life. And they have a family knit from the theatre that they're always pulling back on. They go everywhere. They support them in outside shows or outside events that has nothing to do with us. So that's really cool that they have this group of friends to go with them for life.
And it's also a group of friends that's wider than just their school or just their their age as well.
Exactly. We our last show we went down to 4 years old. Normally it's 5, but we went down to 4 because she was cute. But we go up to 25. So you have this wide age group of youths, they hate being called kids, and they get to support each other, and you have older ones that they get to look up to, and vice versa, they get to be kids because the little ones are racing around at 100 miles an hour, and they get like that sibling feeling, it's just a nice supportive family, so that's what we're going for.
And what have you got in the pipeworks for us coming up?
Okay, so actually in 2 weeks, well, 31st of October, so next Friday, we have NetGen Life, which is a scholarship that we're setting up, and it is a night that is what I call a mashup of all types of arts. We've got film, we've got photography, we've got dance, singing, acting, improv, and the idea is all funds that get brought in from that are solely to be divvied up to the kids that are leaving and are, pursuing the arts world, and those that are travelling overseas to gain extra skills. So we're solely setting up a scholarship, and we'd like the community to help us with that. So any donations are always welcome, because it's just for the kids. That's it. So yeah. So we'll get through that this year, and then next year we have Rock of Ages, and then we have Thumbelina and Alice in Wonderland. And we also have improv nights every 2 months, so for those kids that are absolutely hilarious and just want to have a laugh, plus all our art classes, and we're taking a group up to Weta next year to go see all that side of the world, because that would be really interesting.
Sure would. It's all go, 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 isn't it? There's no rest in there.
No, definitely no rest for the wicked. We have decided, though, that we need a Sunday off because we've worked 6 months, 7 days a week straight, and we all have families ourselves, and we work, so it's, it's all volunteer. We're all volunteering our time for this to get it to where it goes, so it is a lot of work.
Odie, thanks very much for the work that you do in the community, and we look forward to seeing more of you and your team soon.
Thank you so much. No, it's wonderful, and it's a good cause. Thanks.
The Nelson Roller Sports Club is celebrating after taking out 44 medals at the South Island Championship in Timaru at the weekend, and all but one of their 26-strong teams secured qualification for the National Championships, which is to be held in Whanganui in December. The team won a total of 9 golds, 16 silvers and 19 bronzes, making them formidable competitors for the upcoming National Championships. Tasman Marcos are now out of the running for the ITM Cup after their semi-final loss last Friday night to Auckland. This now means the Tasman Marcos National Provincial Championship rugby season is at an end, after the 44-24 loss at Eden Park. Auckland are now set to meet Canterbury in this Saturday's ITM Cup Premiership final. Smart meters have some residents worried about the risk of having such a gadget installed on their homes as our power providers begin gearing up to install these meters around the region. Concerns include added power costs, health risks, and keeping meter readers in a job in a market that has seen a growth rate in unemployment. Utility companies here and in the US claim the meters are safe and accurate, but unexplained overbilling has featured in many negative reports. So are people overreacting? Chrissy Small spoke to environmental lawyer Sue Gray about people's rights over allowing or preventing installation of these smart meters by their power supplier.
Now, Sue, we've had a inquiry from a customer out in Motueka about the fact that Contact Energy have sent them a letter saying that they are going to install a smart meter on the house. Now, as far as they were concerned, it sounded like it was a done deal and they weren't happy about it. But after I contacted Contact Energy, they informed me that it was purely optional, so these people could opt out. I'm concerned about if people don't know that, what are their rights? Because this is one power supplier that's putting smart meters in, but there are others that'll no doubt want to go down that same road. Where do they stand legally?
Right, so if you own the property, you can choose what you have on your property, and you're quite entitled to say, no, I don't want a smart meter, thank you. And there are a whole lot of reasons why people are saying that they don't want smart meters. People are concerned about privacy, health and safety issues, just all the uncertainties. There's a whole lot of reasons, and if you're concerned for any one reason, you can say no.
Right, so what if they get threatened with being taken off the power grid?
Yeah, look, the power companies do threaten in different ways, and some are quite aggressive in their threats, but legally my understanding is they have to provide power. You don't have to have their meter, and in fact we know that because we've been encouraged in recent years to change power companies for the best deal. They don't change their meter every time you change power company. There's a meter, as long as it's an approved meter, that's all you need. It doesn't matter who put the meter in.
Right, okay. So basically the law is with the homeowner. The homeowner can choose whether to go for a smart meter or not. Where can they find out more about smart meters?
There's a lot of information on the internet. There's a very good documentary called Take Back Your Power that you can get free off the internet, and it's got a whole lot of explanations about the different reasons that people are concerned about smart meters. There's various websites. I think Stop Smart Meters is a New Zealand one. There's a whole lot of international ones. You can Google under electromagnetic radiation, and there's a lot of information there about the health effects of electromagnetic radiation. That if you Google under the World Health Organization, you'll see that they classified radio frequency electromagnetic radiation as a class 2B carcinogen back in 2011.
Right.
And there's a big 400 and something page report that goes with that if you want to understand all the reasons why their expert scientists did that.
Okay, so if someone has already had a smart meter installed, what can they do about getting rid of it?
It's a lot harder to get rid of them once they're in. It's not impossible. The best thing, if you're not sure, is say, no, I don't want it, before it's been put in. But my argument for people that have got one and they didn't actually give informed consent when it was put in, if they weren't given all of the information about all of the risks associated with it. So if they were misled into having one, then they're quite entitled to say, well, now that I've got all the information, please take it out and give me an old style analogue meter. I don't want a smart meter.
Okay, so they're fully within their rights.
They're fully within their rights to do that.
Who would front the cost for that?
Well, if they've been misled and something's been put in that's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, or it's causing health effects, or it's causing breach of health and safety requirements, so it's making them sick, or they've got any concerns that it might be, or it's affecting their neighbours or their children or whatever, then that's something that the power company shouldn't have put in the first place without warning them, and so it should be at the power company's cost.
Right. Okay, now I've read the SAGE report, which was conducted, well, it was a report conducted by scientific experts in the field. It makes it's long reading, but it makes very interesting reading, and it doesn't sound like these things are that great for the health.
No, they're not that great for the health. I've just come back from a conference in Sydney about the health effects of electromagnetic radiation, particularly in schools. There's Wi-Fi in schools, but it's much the same principle, whether it's a smart meter, a cordless phone, a cell phone, or Wi-Fi. What we've got at the moment, we've got a standard in New Zealand that protects against the immediate heating effects. So the microwave oven type effects, the death, burns and electric shock effects, and that's all it ever was designed to protect against. But what all of these reports and scientists are now saying around the world is there's a lot of other effects on your DNA, effects on your cell membranes, effect on your stress hormones, effect on your immune system, on your sperm. Radiation kills sperm, damages sperm.
So it's all long-term effects, and it's something we're not seeing daily, other than those who may be getting, a bit of nausea or headaches.
Yeah, there are some people who are electrosensitive, and they get almost immediate effects. They get instant headaches, they get heat rashes on their skin, they can get nosebleeds, and that's a really well recognised condition internationally, electrosensitivity. It's like an allergic reaction to an overdose of radiation. And what's an overdose for me might not be an overdose for you. We've all got our own thresholds. But for the people who are electrosensitive, they get instant, serious reactions at really tiny levels, much smaller levels than the smart meter puts out, especially if the smart meter is just on the other side of the wall of their bedroom or their living area where they're sitting, or their office, or somewhere they're spending a lot of time.
Okay, so really people need to actually do a bit of research on what these smart meters are. Pay to look at wireless altogether, wouldn't it?
Well, what they're recommending internationally is hardwiring your home. So you can still have internet. No one's saying don't have technology, but they're saying have the best technology. Have hardwired Ethernet. It's faster, it's safer, it doesn't have these radiation effects. You can use lots of devices all at the same time, whereas the Wi-Fi devices can only talk to one at a time. So the more you're using, the slower it gets.
Right.
So, and with smart meters, do we even need it? Isn't it just a bit lazy? Isn't it just putting people out of jobs to stop them coming round to read our meters? If it's too expensive, well, do we really need our meter read every month or every 2 months? I understand overseas in Holland, for example, they read it once a year, and the rest of the time the consumer can send their own readings in. So there's lots and lots and lots of alternatives other than having radiation transmitting between your house and your neighbours, within your house, unnecessarily.
Right. So thank you very much for your time today.
Well, thank you.
The SAGE report was prepared to document radio frequency radiation levels associated with wireless smart meters in various scenarios, depicting common ways in which they are installed and operated. If you wish to know more about the SAGE report findings, you can Google Smart Meters SAGE report. Cancer patients and their families deserve access to the best possible support available. Nelson Cancer Society offers the first point of contact for patients and families who are having to deal with this insidious disease. I went to the new premises of Cancer Society Nelson and spoke to Linda Luca, the centre manager, to find out why they've made the move. Linda, thanks for sparing a few moments to talk to us today. I know you're real busy moving into your new office down here.
You're welcome. Yes, it's fantastic. We're right in the CBD now, so a lot easier for patients and families to have access to us. And we've been really busy already, even though we don't have all our signage up just yet. So yeah, it's a great move. Yeah.
And what brought you down here? I know you were up on Waimea Road before. Why move into town?
We needed more space. The business is growing and we wanted to grow, and we needed more space for our volunteers to do their work and also for ourselves to be a lot more streamlined. In the past, for our support groups and our training, we train health professionals. In our health seminars, any of our support groups, we've had to rent or hire rooms. So here now we've got the one-stop shop, so it's fantastic, yeah.
Well, it certainly makes it a lot easier when you can have everyone under the same roof all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah, so we're enjoying the new rooms. We've got a seminar room here, which other cancer groups can use as well. There are smaller groups in town that don't have their own facilities, so we're welcoming other support groups to come in and use it as well, and our own support groups, yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Community sharing amongst themselves to help each other.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Look Good, Feel Better, the ladies that have an afternoon of pampering, we're hoping that they'll come in and use the facilities. It also means they get to see what's going on, and we've got a library here that we'd like people to utilise as well. So any of the public are welcome to come in and use that. So with all the foot traffic now, it's certainly busier. Yeah, no, it's really good.
And I know I've caught you a bit on the hop today, but are you having a grand opening?
We're having an opening on the 9th of November, and we have both the mayors, the Nelson Mayor and the Tasman Mayor, both officiating, and Nick Smith will be here, and a lot of our sponsors and supporters from around town and our key volunteers, mainly the ones that have organised Daffodil Day for us. We have so many 500 volunteers on Daffodil Day, so we can't unfortunately invite them all, but we also have in-house volunteers here, and of course our executive board that are all volunteers. They've been very supportive and wanted to move forward and see this vision that we had, so it'll be a great night. And also at that opening we'll be launching Relay for Life. So Relay is the 5th and 6th of March 2016. The website and the launch always happen in November, so we're combining that with our opening, so that will be fun.
Linda, it's great to see you moving onwards and upwards, and all the community coming together, and like you say, 500 volunteers, that's just awesome. And good luck with everything that you do, and thanks for everything that you do in the community.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that fat old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil you.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from the Facilitators. We now look after sales for Mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms Mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more. JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Sit and Be Fit is on at the Victory Community Centre Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. at the Victory Community Church, 238 Upper Vanguard Street. School terms only. Fun while you get fitter, work at your level.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa.
On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand On Air.
Are you tired of endless reality shows? Would you prefer to watch captivating documentaries?
They have swallowed cars.
Exciting movies.
Go ahead, load up and shoot.
Music for the soul.
How do you think I ate your fish and chips? I did, you're mistaken.
Programming from around the world. Places to visit. Local news and views.
I'm Graham O'Brien, and today's bulletin. Do you want to change the flag?
No, I don't want to change the flag.
Stay tuned to Mainland TV, your local station.
this is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's a large internal access double garage. It fits 2 cars nicely with a little workshop bench at the end of it. In this room we have 2 large lazy boys, a 3-seater and a 2-seater leather lounge suite, 50-inch Samsung TV and a heat pump. Features are a cathedral ceiling and of course that beautiful view.
For relatively little cost, you too can sell your house. Do it yourself. You're the best person to promote and sell your own house. Your personal endorsement is the best selling proposition. Put yourself on screen and sell it. You know the attractions of your house. You know it better than anybody else. So, get up there and tell us all about it. Sell it.
Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. One of these has a full ensuite, that's the master bedroom, with large bifold doors. Now out these bifold doors you get to a wraparound deck area that faces northwest, and this is lovely in the morning for sitting and having your coffee.
Hawk Films is now producing for you an advertising package and a broadcasting service at a price far lower than you would expect. We will produce your advertising video and feature it across TV, radio and electronic media. Your message will be up to 3 minutes long and it'll be broadcast 5 times a day on radio and TV. 5 times a day. And it will be listed online all day, every day, for exposure to your potential buyers. You can also use the ad and the photos to promote your house on radio, TV, Trade Me and other real estate sites. We can also offer drone aerial shots for a totally different viewpoint from the one you would normally see. Selling your house is up to you and your solicitor. We're here to merely add value to your advertising strategy. Give me a call and let's get your property on the market. Or better still, email or text me and I'll call you back.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Here at Yes Shop, we love the word yes.
Yes.
We say yes to kitchenware. We say yes to beauty. We say yes to homewares. We say yes to fashion. We say yes to electronics.
Yes to Philips. Yes to Dell. Yes to Apple. Happy Cool, Glad, Goldia, Hurom and thousands of other products in our store.
Yes!
So yes to TV shopping that's all about fun, made right here in New Zealand with Kiwi presenters like me.
Yes! Say yes to the ultimate service.
With dedicated presenters taking the product out of the box and showing you how it works.
And what it can do for you. Say yes to our international buying power. That lets us bring you the best bundles at the best bargains.
All from the comfort of your own home.
24 hours a day.
So what are you waiting for?
There's nothing quite like it.
Come with me.
Say yes to Yes Shop.
Yes!
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialist, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialist, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach walk or swim. Phone 546408.
YMU Telecommunications, specialising in free-to-air digital television, internet broadband connections, telephone and telecommunications systems. Call Julian Toon at Waimea Telecommunications on 544-4203.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.